this mom and her daughter are there, and the daughter starts like making faces at me, and I'm like, okay, well, she's like 4 years old, which is the same age as, you know, my kids. I have a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old, and I've traveled with a 3-year-old before. Like, I'll help a mom out, right? So I start like having a conversation with her, engaging with her, and she's like on the other side of this desk, and she was like having a great time. I was doing little magic tricks. She thought it was hilarious. And she comes over and she's like, I want to give you a hug. And she's just like, and I was like, is that okay, Mom? And Mom's like, yeah, it's okay. And so she comes over to the other side of the desk and she goes, psych, and just punches me right where it counts. And then,
where it counts?
Right where it counts. And then she laughs. She goes, ha, 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 I got you in your privates.
Wow.
And the mom was laughing.
That's a totally different Psych Institute.
The mom was laughing,
Yeah, she laughed.
like apologizing
Zero.
profusely.
That's New Jersey for you.
Yeah, that forgot about that.
It was here.
She was on the return flight to New Jersey.
Yes, Beatitudes. This is happening right now in your living room, in your car, in your ears. That's where we are. We're the Beatitudes coming straight at you with authentic fraternity. This is a religiously funny podcast, or please, we pray it's going to be.
That's the right attitude.
Right.
Yes.
But you know what? Amazing things keep happening because I'm surrounded by amazing bros in the faith. My name is Jeff Schiefelbein. I'm joined by Paul Kolker.
Howdy.
Howdy, Paul Kolker, and Nick Bezner.
Welcome, y'all.
Welcome, Nick Bezner. And the three of us make up the most of the Beatitudes. The other ones is the 260 different people that have sat in chair number 3 here, joining us on this journey as we are going through life together, praying, working, hoping, and just having that authentic fraternity that iron sharpens iron.
Iron sharpens iron.
Yeah. Well, that's how this works.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like there's no fear of calling each other out on this show.
Definitely not.
No, this has been many hours here at the tiny table.
Indeed, sir.
But you know what? There's been a lot less crying lately. I feel like there's been a lot more humor and a lot less crying at this table. So I'm really hoping our guest, Jack Beers, can bring out the tears. So, Jack, welcome to the show. No pressure.
I was almost happy to be here. Now I'm questioning it.
That should be a slogan on our shirt.
I was almost happy to be here.
Happy to be here.
That is a good one. That one might actually sell.
Yeah. Well, where did
Nobody
you come?
out there's buying my Nick Bezner shirt. What's up with that?
I know
I'm wearing it.
You keep showing it off, and it just doesn't seem to go off the shelves. I'm wearing the most popular shirt in America right now, according to Catholic news.
Everywhere.
And all Catholic pop culture.
NBC and
Yeah, Fox News. This is the Cairo sports polo from Catholic Creatives / Soccer Religious.
Catholic Concepts.
Catholic Concepts / Soccer Religious.
it's really soccerreligious.com if you want the polo.
Yeah, there you go. But it's, yep. And this polo was made famous by a little parish on Sandy Lake Road in Coppell, Texas called St. Anne.
St. Anne.
And so St. Anne is a place where we don't do anything but go big.
That's true.
The women prank the men big.
Yeah.
And a couple hundred men wore the same polo to Father's Day Mass, thinking that their wife got them something unique. And they found out you're all just a bunch of lemmings.
Oh, lemmings.
No, lemons. I'm going to squeeze you for that sweet social media juice.
That's right. And they juiced it up to millions, tens of millions of juice squeezes.
It's insane, though, because
weird.
it's in People magazine.
No way.
Oh, I did not see that. I did not see that.
It is everywhere.
You get People magazine?
No, I saw
He stays in touch.
Kristen, Combo, sorry. She shared stuff on her social media profile of all the different
That
places
was getting
it keeps
reposted.
showing up.
Yeah.
She said People magazine and showed a clip.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Do you know who has the best cameo in that video that they posted? There's like a reel. Is John Egan from Lucid Private Offices, who actually hasn't even been on the show. He's been on the radio with us, but he's yet to be on this show. He like totally melts down and like starts crying tears of like, this is ridiculous.
Absolutely.
So awesome. So I don't know where you go to church, but we go to a better church.
It's one church, Jeff. Catholic.
Oh, it's that's what I'm saying, all you Protestants.
We go to a better one.
One bread,
one body.
but ours is the best.
One polo for 300 men. Okay, hey, welcome to the show, Jeff.
I was almost happy to be here.
I wish this was stronger.
Yeah, right?
You could have influenced that. You did bring gifts, but you didn't bring any liquor.
Well, my last name is Beers, so I thought I was enough alcohol
Ironic.
for the show.
Couple of.
Where did you come from? I mean, like, where'd you start your day? Yeah, God brought me here. Where do you live? Is how people would say the question I'm asking.
I live in northern Kentucky, just south of Cincinnati.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your address?
No, my address is.
That's a great spot.
It is a great spot.
My
By
sister was out there
childhood
for a
home.
few years.
What was she doing out there?
She was working post optometry school. Her now husband, then boyfriend, fiance, husband through the stages, was in residency, UK. So
That's awesome.
a lot of time in Lexington. Got to go to the Derby, do a few bourbon tours, and
So many bourbon trails.
yeah, horse tours, horse farm tours. I love that. I love that area.
My
It's
friends,
overlooked.
my friends in Jersey will be like, "Hey, all the good bourbon is out in our area. Can you bring some up?"
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Where did you grow up there?
In northern Kentucky or
Yeah.
Jersey? I grew up in Jersey. My first 25 years were spent in Jersey.
Oh, you told us this before the show when you
I
were
did.
being like a total wet blanket about how great New Jersey is.
You really know how to make a guest feel great about themselves, don't you?
I got pulled over on the Jersey Turnpike when I was probably 23 years old. And this cop started yelling at me. He goes, "Do you know how fast you're going?" And I go, I don't know. And he's like, "You need to slow down." And he starts walking off. He goes, "You're going to get hurt. You're going to slow down." He goes, "Walking, slow down." And gets in his car and drives off. My friend goes, "He just pulled you over to yell at you?" And I was like,
Didn't give you a ticket?
"It's New Jersey.
People are just
This is
angry.
just how they are, man."
I had a cop pull up next to me, and he like rolled down your.
See?
He's like, that person's worse. Slow down, and then just sped off and pulled over the person
That
in front of me.
person's worse.
Yeah, it's
This
just
is
like
my
it's
point,
the
that-
worst.
They don't even care about the law. They just have to yell at you about something.
Yeah, sure.
That's what their quotas are for. I've yelled at 15 people today. Check.
Did you get any of them to roll down their window first? Oh, yeah.
3.
3.
Awesome.
You should have seen the
Goal
look
is
on their
2.
face. That guy was shaking, and I yelled at him.
still so mad that we're so close to New York, but we're not in New York.
Such a great state.
We're just roasting your homes.
I'm guessing this is what it's
The
like.
Garden Gnome State, y'all. We love this place.
Every time I go and give a talk, I open up with, "I'm from God's favorite state on earth, New Jersey." 98% of states boo me. My talk always begins with being booed.
Wait. There's 50 states. Okay, yeah. That
98%.
That checks out. That
Not
checks out.
98 states.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just making sure the math. Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
You know, Puerto Rico wouldn't boo you.
Territory.
Yep. Yeah, they have no say in the game.
They don't care.
They don't count.
Wow.
But you didn't say that.
I didn't.
You came close.
That's the name of this episode. He didn't say Puerto Rico doesn't count.
That was a near occasion of offense, and I will give you the credit for it.
You are so awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was near.
That was
Also,
near.
yeah.
That was near.
Jack, what do you do for a living?
I am the founder and owner of 2 awesome Catholic entities. The
go.
first is the Catholic Mentor, and it's a place where I help people find and then live the will of God. So lots of people.
There's no joking about
There's
that.
no joking about that. Like Matthew 22, like love the Lord with all your mind, all your heart, and all your soul. But which Jesus is saying what? Like you don't live an undivided life, right? Or a divided life. Don't live a divided life. Give me your whole heart, your whole soul, your whole everything. And it's like, well, sometimes in different moments in life, it's like my mind isn't there. Like there's something blocking my mind from being present to God, from being in relationship with God, with doing God's will. It's like, well, I come in and help you with that. I come in and help you emotionally. And then sometimes it's like there's something off spiritually. Like there's a sin standing between me and God. There's a sin standing between me and who I was called to be. It's like, okay, I'll come in and help you with that. So that's the first one. And the other one was my gift, the Integrated Life Foundation. I gave you that beautiful journal designed by the great Mike Marshall, designer extraordinaire, Mike the Great Marshall. And this ministry is all, you put it right in front of my face. That's the best place for it. My dad always used to say, son, I love you. You have a face for radio.
And here you are.
And here I am.
On a video podcast.
On a video podcast. Haven't broken a camera yet.
Well, we have replaced a couple of them.
Yeah. Just not today.
Correct. This is true.
And then the Integrated Life Foundation renews vocations and transforms priests. That's what we do. So we provide an avenue for Catholic priests to get the support that they desperately need to really rise to the occasion of what is a difficult but really important time to be a priest in the Catholic Church.
How did you start that?
I did. Yeah, I started that very recently. Yeah,
Tell me how that came to be.
Well, I was trained in order to become a Catholic mentor. I was trained by Dr. Greg Batara in the Catholic Psych Institute. And they do a training called Applied Personalism. It takes St. John Paul II's integration of Catholic anthropology, spirituality, and philosophy and psychology, and puts it all together in personalism. And Dr. Greg created this certification for people like me, who don't have a background in psychology, who don't have a background in that type of stuff, to actually get trained in it, to be able to accompany people one-on-one. And so as part of the process, you need to actually discern post-graduation what you're going to do. And Dr. Greg is really intimately involved in that. And I was like, it would be awesome if every priest in America had access to the type of care that we provide, this combination of therapy and spiritual direction, and what I think is elevated for them, right? These guys have a lot going on. They've got mergers, they've got financial challenges, they've got 200 men being duped into wearing the same shirt. There's a lot of stressors, 300, sorry, it's 300. They got a lot of stressors on their plate.
Great points.
A lot of, solid. They got a lot of things on their plate, and they actually don't have anyone to turn to. They're afraid of sort of raising their hand and being like, I'm struggling.
Yep.
I'm really in a difficult spot, because they don't want to be removed from being pastor. So it's basically just red light, green light priests. Green light, I'm good. Red light, I'm a disaster, and like you probably need to take me out of here. And it's like, well, we should create a yellow light. We should create a space for guys to be able to raise their hand and be like, look, I'm struggling and I need some help, where they can actually get what they need. And Dr. Greg was like, great.
Go do it.
What you gonna do?
Yes, and go do it.
Yes, and go do it. And so, post-graduation, I was like, well, if you're going to be an entrepreneur and you're going to start one thing and you're going to be, drowning in being the entrepreneur world and starting one thing, it's like, when you're underwater, who cares how far under you are? So I'll just start two.
Amen.
Sure. At the same time, why not?
I mean, there is such a thing as pressure differential the farther down you get, but that's
You're drowning either way.
Can't breathe either way, man.
That's a good point.
Can't breathe either way.
Just do something implosive.
Yeah.
No,
Impulsive and explosive.
That's incredible, though. Yeah, because I mean, if you think about it, in seminary formation, you're mostly getting philosophy and theology, and then some like on the ground parish style training, right? Like here's the I should say it that way, pastoral training, right? Like here's how you interact, and here's how you hear confessions and those kinds of things. But you don't get necessarily business management 101.
Ops.
Yeah, or psychology, right? Like I mean, that might be a later course of study that you can do as kind of a master's or something, where like I know dioceses will send priests through programs then so that they can be better counselors and spiritual advisors in that way. But yeah, I mean, you're talking about having to do all these different life skills all at once, and you don't necessarily get all of that training.
Well, think about it this way. We were talking about Father Sam beforehand, and Father Sam's ordained in 2010. How much different do you think it is accompanying people in 2025 than 2010? And there's zero formation opportunities for priests without leaving their assignment. It's like you have a lot of stuff between 2010 and 2025 that changed the scope of people and changed the scope of their lives. And what you hear in confession in 2025 is very different than what you hear in confession in 2010. In 2010, you used to be able to, someone would be like, oh, I'm struggling in my marriage. And you could be like, well, when's the last time you went to confession? Let's talk about you giving and receiving mercy and the importance of that. And in 2025, it's like, I'm so anxious, I can't actually talk to my spouse. Mm-hmm. And you have to start at the level of human. You have to start at the level of being able to understand what a person means when they say, oh, I'm feeling anxious, and the difference between stress and anxiety and things like that. And there's no mechanism, because a priest is going to get asked those questions. There's no real mechanism in the church right now for a priest to be like, I know how to answer that, or I know where to go to get the answer.
Yeah.
And I know how to be accompanied in that way, and I know how to give that. And there's just, I mean, Catholic University of America they started this research institute, and the first thing the institute did was a full survey of Catholic priests, and they came back with 60% of priests under the age of 45 are suffering from burnout. 17% of which they're going to bed being like, I don't know that I'm going to wake up tomorrow and like actually be able to be a priest. I mean, the numbers are crazy.
Yeah.
They're really crazy, and there's no one stopgapping it. There's no one in that space between where they are right now in a yellow light situation and them getting to a red light, which is why we step in.
Wow. So that's a lot of what you do is work with priests.
Yes, I help connect priests with this, create awareness of the opportunity for mentorship, and then I actually help priests get trained. So it's priest-to-priest accompaniment. It's priests helping other priests. It's priests being trained to be able to walk with other priests. And the guys that go through this mentorship experience, what's amazing is they come out better preachers, better in the confessional, better at human relations.
Sure.
You know, sometimes you'll meet a priest and you'll be like, have you ever had a normal conversation with a human being before? You know, and you actually go through this mentorship experience and you're like, okay, I actually know how to have a conversation with someone. I don't run away from women.
Yeah.
You know, I actually know how to have a conversation with a woman. Which is, kind of important when the church is made up of lots of women.
They're in there. How do you? How do they find you?
They're in there.
How did the priest find you?
Right now, it's word of mouth because it's pretty early on. In
Wordofmouth.com.
Wordofmouth.com, but the integratedlifefoundation.com is where they find it if you're looking for a website. But right now, it's pretty much been word of mouth because our capacity just needs to grow. Which is primarily about money. It's not about people. So we're in a big fundraising mode right now.
The demand is there, you're saying, like you've been getting a lot of people reaching out, that kind of thing?
The number of priests on the wait list is staggering.
Wow.
Yeah.
And can you bring them in and dish them out? I mean, is there like resources you can send them to if you have more money? Like there are more Jack beers out there?
Yeah. So as soon as with what we're able to do because of our community and because of the priests who are involved, it's like a normal therapy session is $150 a session, somewhere around there, average.
That's how much we're charging you to be on this show too.
I'm counting the minutes, man. It's monopoly money though, yeah? Yeah, okay.
For sure. Yeah.
So it's like $150 a session and a max of 4 sessions. This mentorship accompaniment model is actually daily. Monday through Friday, you have access to your mentor who's providing care and accompanying you. So that's 20 sessions a month. And because of our partners and because of the way we work with priests, we actually do it $5 a session. So you get, I'm terrible at math. Was that 5 times the number of sessions? And you get it for $100 a month, which is less than 1 session. So it's a pretty profound thing so that there's 0 obstacles for a priest. As soon as he raises his hand and says, I need that level of support, he can get it. But for us to be able to provide that and for us to be able to get the mentors, that's why we fundraise.
So the fundraising makes up that gap is what you're...
It makes up the gap and creates the space for other mentors. There's mentors waiting and ready, but they need to be paid for their work.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I think that's a common misconception, right? Is it's like, oh, well, it's all for the mission or it's all for the church. And it's like, well, once you have lay faithful involved in these things, right? Or even just the priest's time, other priests' time is valuable in their own parish. So it's like, there's ways of like, we gotta compensate people for their time.
There's a psychological component to both ends, right? There's a psychological component to you paying.
Oh, sure.
Right. When you pay for something, you invest. I'm sure you guys know this.
You value it more.
Right. When you say to somebody, oh, it's free, how much are you going to use it? Like, you're not going to use it. But if it stretches you, if it hurts a little bit, you'll be on that thing. You'll be on that thing like white on rice, right? Like, you'll just be in it.
Yeah.
And you'll be invested. And then the same thing for the person who's providing the care. If it's like, yeah, I'm I'm in this for the right reasons and I'm being paid for this. I have a certain obligation to come up and show, not as a divided self, but as fully integrated me giving you my A game every day. So there has to be an exchange there.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Can you explain better what the Catholic Psych Institute is?
So it's something founded by Dr. Greg Bottaro. He's a psychologist out of the New York area, the better side of Jersey. The more sophisticated,
The New Jersey of the East.
Yeah, the North,
Kind of both.
Northeast. Yeah.
I mean, if I'm going across from Hoboken, I'm going to go east.
You're going east.
I love how earnest you were there, though. You're like, kind of bold.
Yeah, kind of.
Like, you were almost offended.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not wrong.
My thought was, did I just really get the vibe of the show off? You know.
Listen, you're going to get Ernest Jeff for the rest of the show.
Jeff is never this serious.
And once we went to priests, you were in it.
Yeah.
Totally.
You're locked in right now.
I told you at the beginning, this is no joke. When you brought up God, I said, we're not going to joke about it. Stay with me.
I'm with you. So the
You know
Catholic.
what? I'm gonna Catholic psych you if you don't hurry up and answer this question.
There it is. That's the Jeff.
There's
we know.
there's the thread I needed to get across the threshold.
Nice teaser.
Yeah.
It was a threat hold.
He started to set a new standard for mental and emotional health in the Catholic Church.
See, none of this is funny. That's just good stuff. Like I'm
Good
so
stuff.
grateful for this.
And it's incredible too, because he, you know, when we as a country, when America decides we're going to focus in on something and we're going to throw money and awareness at a thing, the thing gets better, right? In the 90s, when breast cancer was terrible, when it was really getting out of control, we threw money and awareness at it. And what happened? Like death rates for breast cancer dropped. Awareness and money got better.
Went away.
And the ozone layer went away.
So then we had to deal with that.
You can't fall
I didn't
into
even
those.
catch that. I didn't even catch that.
Just think about the 90s.
No more acid rain.
That's true. Yeah.
We fixed it.
It was a big thing. Now it's not.
That was a long time of you being serious. You were really invested there.
Magic Johnson.
What?
AIDS. We did better with
basically
AIDS.
been solved.
Thanks to Magic Johnson. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but anyway, back to what you were saying. We shouldn't have set Jeff this far loose.
When we throw money and awareness
Thank
at a
you.
thing like AIDS and
Yes.
the ozone layers and breast cancer, I don't know if you have anything else. When we
That's
throw
the-
money
don't give him that opportunity.
and research at something, it
That's
gets better.
the title of the show.
When we throw money
When
at a
you
thing, it
have
gets
AIDS.
better.
And ozone layer.
and breast cancer. I guarantee you.
Beatitudes.
I guarantee you it'll be our most
Jack Pearson.
most clicked episode.
If y'all are okay with it, we'll just go ahead and name it because
Please.
I just want to see what happens for clicks.
Absolutely.
Sorry, Jack.
You already thought the algorithm didn't know what to do with that.
We're just going to get it flagged and cut out of our own account.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just glad GTL was already taken, knowing that I was
true.
going to bring up Jersey.
Yes.
Well, we did glorify the Lord. We made Jersey better for about 70 hours.
It's hard to make Jersey better.
Ding, ding, ding. First round.
Okay,
And
but
so,
Anyway, Catholic Psych Institute.
yes.
So setting a new standard. When we throw money and awareness at something, and that's changed. That's changed with mental and emotional health. We've thrown a lot of money and awareness at it, and it's getting exponentially worse. And what Dr. Greg essentially says, it's because we don't know what it means to be human, and so we're throwing
awesome.
we're throwing care at people. We're trying to help someone, and it's almost as if we're trying to treat someone as if they were a different species. And so once we begin with the foundational understanding of what it means to be a human being and the spiritual, emotional, and physical physics that make us up, once you go from there, you can actually provide serious healing. And he's gone as far as to say, is like, look at the modality. The modality isn't started by psychologists. It's not started by people who are deeply and seriously caring and thinking about what's best for other people. It started by insurance companies that's like, how do I make this easiest for billing? One 55-minute session a week. Like, is that really the best thing for somebody who's suffering? Is that really, if we think about it from Jesus's perspective, it's like, is that really the way that Jesus accompanied people and the way that Jesus worked toward healing? Like, Jesus walked and talked with people where they were, and he walked with them regularly. He walked with his apostles every single day for 3 years, and they still didn't get it until there was an outpouring of the Holy Spirit, right? And so if Jesus was walking with us daily, he was like, well, what are we doing sticking with the 50-minute model? Let's actually start finding a way to walk with people on a daily basis and actually treat them like they're human beings and actually treat them from a perspective like they're integrated, like they have a mind, a body, and a soul, all that need proper attention. And then he was like, well, I got to get more people trained in this model, and that's where you get people like me.
You're the second BeatiDudes guest. I'm going to quiz these guys. Second BeatiDudes guest who's gone through the Catholic Psych Institute. The other one, gentlemen, is... Do you remember that we've had guests before, Jack?
No, I forget every episode after it's gone.
That helps.
Yeah.
The only name that's coming up in my head is Tom Verano, and that's not it.
No, that's an interesting one. This is like an impossible quiz because we never talked about it, but it's
Bobby Angel.
Bobby Angel.
No.
BeatiDudes best. Bobby Yabby Angel.
Did you have a stroke?
Right in the middle of the word Bobby. Bobby Yabby.
Even strokes are funny on the BeatiDudes.
You went Tourette's, he went stroke. You were like,
Yep.
Yeah, that's what...
We have it all here.
all are welcome here.
That's right.
That's what I was told.
You don't have to walk with us where we are. Just sit with us really close.
Yep.
Couldn't get closer. I can see every strand in Paul's hair.
That's just because it's thinning out. Thanks.
It hasn't moved.
It's like each one is a little angel singing to you on top of that scalp of yours.
But not a Bobby Yabby angel.
Correct.
All right. So that's good that we know. Apparently, Catholic Psych Institute has reached far and wide.
That's awesome.
Just me and Bobby.
Oh, okay. So it has reached narrow
Just kidding.
and close.
Just kidding. There's about 70 of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, so talk to us about what does that program even look like? Is it online? You show up in person, like multiple years? What is it?
Online, for most people, it's 2 years. You essentially go through a master's in anthropology, spirituality, and psychology
Nice.
over the course of those 2 years, and then you actually start walking with people. So you could go to Catholic Psych right now and you'd be like, hey, I need help. And then there are tiers of people that you can work with. And one of those tiers is students for their practicum. And that you can be accompanied by a student who's being supervised by somebody who's an expert. And so I think I saw 7 people while I was a student.
Wow. Okay. So
Cool.
So when you say what the 3 things, spirituality,
Anthropology and psychology.
So does that mean that you're getting some philosophy, some theology? Like how is that broken out?
So the philosophy is rooted in all of it. John Paul II's personalism is rooted in everything. And his personalism is essentially the idea that humans are end in themselves. Like you can't use human beings as a means to an end. And if you do, it violates their very dignity. So if you think about something like why are car salesmen just universally like, oh, slimy? Like I don't like car salesmen. It's because you feel like you're a means to an end.
Means to an end.
Means to an end.
I feel like Jeff is using me as a means to his humorous ends right now.
Keep going. No,
It's really
No, he's using Jersey.
it's really cutting my dignity as a human being.
Yeah, cutting the flesh, right? Sarcasm. Sarks.
Just destroying me.
I feel you. I respect you. Keep going.
You can't just say platitudes and get over an emotional hurdle.
It's like
We're
saying,
friends.
"Hey,
Keep
listen,
going."
hey, listen, no offense,
Yeah.
And then you have...
but you're
can
the
say
worst
anything.
person I've ever met."
Hey, but
Guys.
I said no offense.
I already cleared it with him. So
You're cleared.
Cleared it. Anyway, you were saying
So the personalism is
Personal,
rooted
yeah,
in everything.
for
So
sure.
when we talk about anthropology, the study of what it means to be a human being, at its core is that like every person is uniquely made. You know, there's just one. Thank God, there is just one Jeff. You know, there's not multiple. There's only one for the rest of them.
couldn't handle it.
There's not enough
we're
space.
back to a place of respect.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Nick, put me in his place.
Next time I'll go to Nick.
Nick death stared me, and so I'm going to be respectful for the rest of the show. See?
Okay, so then do you start with, like, is that the foundational class? Is that, like, I mean, if it runs...
You take 3 at the same time. So there's 4 levels, and you take an anthropology, spirituality, and psychology course at every level.
Oh, so you're always kind of seeing how they connect.
And
as
they're
well.
all integrated all across the way, and then you just go deeper and deeper. So you get the full picture in the first section. And then it's just deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper as you go, so that you more adequately understand what it's like to actually be with someone. Because when you go through mentorship, I mean, you literally are talking to somebody about the deepest and most intimate parts of your inner life and of your story.
Yeah.
And to be able to hold space for people who are sharing sometimes some of the most terrifying things I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
But to be able to be unmoved by it and be with them in it and be with them fully in it, not as a detached person, but as a really, I'm there emotionally, I'm there spiritually, like I'm with you and I get it. And then for us to draw meaning out of that experience, like when someone is coming to you and they're talking about some of the horrible things that you can think of in your mind right now, how do you help them draw meaning from it? It's not just sitting there with you in your mess, which is what a lot of secular therapy does. It's like, I'm just going to sit with you in your feelings. It's like, I'm going to sit with you in your feelings, and then we're going to talk about how you pick up this cross and actually walk toward redemption with it, how you draw meaning from it, and how you actually begin to realize that your capacity for life, your capacity for love grows when you turn toward the difficult things of life. A lot of people be like, oh, the purpose of life is happiness, right? It's not. Like, you're actually not striving for happiness. You're actually striving for meaning, and a certain type of peaceful happiness emerges in that meaning. But when you're sitting in the hospital room with your little kid and your little kid is suffering, right? You're not happy. There's no part of you that's happy, but it is one of the most meaningful experiences of your life. Like, you're praying together as a family, you're growing closer to God, you're growing closer with your spouse, you're growing closer in intimacy with your child. And you can, if you turn toward it instead of running away from it, you can actually feel yourself expanding in your capacity for love and your capacity to be with other people. When somebody, let's just use a terrible example, when somebody loses a child, right? It's awful. It's one of the worst things you could ever think of. If they turn toward it, if they draw meaning from it, not that they're ever happy that it happened, but you draw meaning from it, for the rest of your life, you're one of a few people who can walk into a room when somebody else loses a child and give them hope that they can get through that day. And that's the type of stuff, that's the type of redemptive stuff. Like, you know this, right, Jeff? Like when other people are probably drawn to you when their kids are suffering, and they're like, hey, how do you do this? And it's like you've stared it in the face and you've been there, and it's increased your capacity to be with someone and to help them feel known in that, but also help them be like, okay, I can rise to the occasion of this. I can actually get through the day. And so, like, that's what we're trained to do. Dr. Greg will say that, you know, of his patients in his 15 years of his practice, 80% of them don't need a personality diagnosis. 80% of them largely need someone to help them make sense of what's happening in their life and how to draw meaning from it, and how to grow from it, and how to grow closer to God from it. And so that's what he's trained us to do.
You're a great representation of this. I think that your description was so
good,
easy to understand, but also complex.
Yeah, it's deep. You get, like, that's clear, and like, yeah, but it makes sense.
It's deeply personal for me, right? Like I when I was looking for this, and the reason why I was drawn to it, because when it kind of came about, it was during the pilot experience, and Dr. Greg didn't even really know what it was. And he was talking to me about it, and I was like, hey man, I'm a shadow of who I need to be. I know I need to be a lot better than I am right now.
Yeah.
And I need something that is going to kick me in the butt, but also show me the way forward. And if that's this thing, I trust you and I'm in. And he's like, yeah, that's this thing. And it was. I was just stuck. I was like, I keep hitting against this wall, and I know that I'm nowhere near who I need to be.
Yeah.
And it was just absolutely transformative for me. And then the actual experience of it, because you receive mentorship as you go through it. And so I had somebody who was really walking with me as I was being educated. And then it was like, okay, now I'm going to pay it forward. Whoever comes my way is like what God is, the person God wants me to walk with, and I'm going to pay that forward.
So powerful.
It's awesome.
Do you know two random things? One is I was with a guy 2 days ago, and he was talking about a career change he went through after 2 decades, basically. But he described it as he realized that he had a wobble. I always talk about like, things feel like they're out of balance, or I'm trying to like think of the right words. When he described his life as having a wobble, I was like, man, the visual of that makes so much sense to me. Like he was still going in the general direction, but he just couldn't see straight. He didn't feel steady. It was like there was a wobble in my life, and I felt like this calling to make this change, like very much being called into something. I thought there was a cool description of, and it reminds me like your descriptions of what you've just gone through are awesome. You were very descriptive, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, sometimes you're wobbling, sometimes you're flat on your back, right? And at depending on the situation is a different type of care, but you still need it because we can't see our own stuff. Like I need a mentor for myself because it's like I can't see my own stuff. I could see the stuff in you. Like we could go deep on Nick right now and just go straight to the core if we wanted to. And I could see stuff maybe you've never seen before. But if you turn around and be like, can you do that for you? It'll be like, nope. I'm just over here wobbling, or I'm over here whatever,
Yeah, we tend to be blind to our own whatever. That's part of why.
Plank in our eye.
Yeah. Exactly, right? Because the very nature of it impedes our own vision, makes it harder for us to see about ourselves. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was with a friend of yours last week, Jack, and he told me how much you love the Yankees and that you're huge with the Jets, that those are your two favorite teams.
I don't even know how to answer that, Jeff.
Big Mets and Giants
That's
guy?
one of the most despicable things anyone's ever said to me.
I brought you some gifts.
Man.
I was like, how long can I stare straight? 0 seconds.
Yeah, you didn't last
Zero.
very long, yeah.
I didn't last at all.
No. People could feel you looking away if they were just an audio only listener. Like it was so palpable how hard that was for you.
Yeah, how hard it was for me to stay straight on
I
that.
wanted you to walk with me where I was, but you couldn't do it.
There's a threshold, when you walk across, and it's the New York Yankees.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. You're walking across that threshold. It's a lot of great memories watching Mets and Yankees. It's where I first heard a couple of choice words in my life. The first time I saw a fist fight.
Were you in it?
Can I tell you? I won it. No,
I won it.
Let me tell you a quick story. In the year 2000, the New York Mets played the New York Yankees in the World Series. I was in a class of 20 kids in New Jersey, and every single day I wore my New York Mets jacket with my New York Mets lunchbox and my predominantly New York Mets t-shirts. And there were 18 other students in that room who were diehard Yankee fans, as well as the teacher who was a diehard Yankee fan. And I was quite loud. And the one person, if you're doing the math at home, the one person just didn't care about baseball. Yeah. She just didn't care at all. No horse in the race. Yeah. And so it was me against the world. And the Mets lost abysmally in 5 games. And I arrived to school, and it was a special day at school. The teacher was like, I invited all the parents to come for a surprise lunch party. And Jack, I have a special place for you to sit. And he sat me down in front of the TV, and he turned on the New York Yankees parade. And he had me and my mom sit and watch the Yankees parade. I was in 4th grade.
It was your teacher that I hung out with last week.
It was Mr. Dornich.
Yeah. Dornich was like, our Jack's coming in town. I want to talk to you about a few things.
Jeff, of all the people at this table, you would know this former teacher of his.
Probably, yeah.
And from that point on, I have hated one thing in my life, and that is the New York Yankees.
Way to touch on a sore spot, Jeff.
I'm going to take this stuff back to Walmart. seems like it was going to be funny, but
what did you buy?
Might be a little
too much. I actually ended up buying some other stuff. If we can just do the game, and then I'll get some different stuff out.
Anybody have a lighter?
You got something to say?
Sorry. This game is called Blessed are the Joke Makers, for they shall inherit the points.
Oh, these are mine.
Number of points?
I was going to say 2,000 for the year, but we'll go with 150.
All right, 150. All right, so the way this works, we got a character card, Catholic card game card. We have to answer the prompt on the Catholic card game card as this character. So we have to take on this persona, and you just get to decide who put the two pieces together the best, which one you liked the most, or which one you'd rather accompany. So the character we all have to become is as some sort of extraterrestrial. The newest hit hymn to hit the church is called blank.
How does Little Shop of Horrors go?
The overture, the theme?
Yeah, that Feed Me Seymour. Where does that go? That's all he says, though.
Well, he says other stuff, but that's
Little Shop of Horrors. Like, I was going to do a Feed Me Jesus. From the plant, he's extraterrestrial. That's my whole thing right there.
What you know what's best is when you get to describe it instead of perform it.
Okay, you keep going then. I didn't see you come out of the gate with anything.
That's fair.
You're a new ET. You got it.
Phone home.
I just stole that from you. Sorry.
You who dwell in the shadow of my ship, who abide in this saucer below, and I will raise you up on light beams, bring you into my spaceship, probe you into
Just like your dreams.
It's so good, Nick's not gonna try. I think I got nothing. Nothing. That is such an odd combination. I'm out.
I was going to then transition to Wall-E, which was on at my house 2 nights ago.
Oh, the movie where there are no lines? There's like no dialogue.
It's actually,
yeah, very much so.
Wally.
That was mine.
Who's going to win this one?
No, just give it to him. It's Nick for being
2,000 points for Paul.
You can't say those
150.
words.
It's 150. It's 150.
Chris, it is not.
It is
Christopher.
150. I would try for 2,000.
All right.
Thank you,
got
sir.
the points.
Thank you for accompanying me.
Since all was lost, we're giving you this has nothing to do with lost things. St. Anthony socks from sockreligious.com. Yeah, that's what it is. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Don't lose them.
Hey, Jack.
Hey,
Don't lose it, buddy.
I thought these were Yankees.
Hey, well,
Yankee socks.
He just set you up.
I might be Yankee in your chain. We'll see you right after the break.
Okay.
You know what I think is hard about starting a business? Healthcare, for crying out loud. It's expensive. It's intimidating. At the end of the day, you're probably paying for stuff you don't even agree with. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
I knew you could. So what we did is we started working with Solidarity Health Share. Totally different. These folks are aligned with us morally and ethically. And even the structure from a cost perspective works for us as we're launching businesses, as we're growing our families. And I don't know if you know this, but a couple times my kids went to the hospital in the last 2 years.
They sure have.
Yours? But Solidarity has walked with us through all of it, including some crazy stuff for Benny Pro, my little boy. So all of this to say, I would encourage anybody out there thinking about their own business, their own needs, check out Solidarity Health Share for a better alternative to regular healthcare. So check out learnmore.solidarityhealthshare.org/Beatitudes.
Hi, it's Paul Kolker from the Beatitudes here, and I just wanted to share with you guys that I also, outside of the show, perform improv comedy on a regular basis with a group called Divine Comedy. So what we do is we come up with everything on the spot, so whether you're looking for faith-filled, fun, family-friendly comedy for your youth night, or whether you're looking for clean comedy for your corporate event, Divine Comedy can perform for your group and even get you in on the action. So if you'd like to hire us to come out and perform for your next event, check out DivineComedyImprov.com. Divine Comedy, an inferno of fun.
Nick, when it comes to investing, I just feel like money and morality don't always line up. What's the answer?
Often that's the case, but our friends at Aquinas Wealth Advisors have a really great solution. It's called the Faith and Finance Score. You go on their website and you put in your info. They tell you where you're invested and where it doesn't actually line up with where you want to be.
So you mean I don't just have to funnel money towards a retirement fund where I don't know what it's investing in?
That's right, you don't. And you don't even have to give up or sacrifice returns. You can get both.
So just get on the computer, bing, and I type in the website.
AquinasWealth.com. It takes longer to type than it does to get your faith and finance score.
Thanks, guys. Great job, Nick.
You betcha.
Stop what you're doing and listen to the Beatitudes.
Welcome back, everybody. We're here with Off the Rails Jeff and Jack Beers.
He's had too many beers.
Jack, I think Jeff has had a couple.
Not had any beers,
No.
guys. I would love one. Sounds amazing.
We really,
Wait till I pull out
anyways,
my gifts.
man, Jack, we have covered a lot of ground in the first segment there. We also learned your deep hate of the New York
It got
Yankees.
intense there, didn't it?
Like,
So
you
weird.
hate one thing.
It got so weird.
We all got to accompany you through that.
But you're not from here.
You triggered me.
We also learned you're not from here. And before the show, you were saying you had an interesting story from the airport that you were wanting to share.
well, I was at the airport and I was working, and I didn't know I was mentally and emotionally preparing for the Yankees. But I was sitting there and I was doing work, and like this mom and her daughter are there, and the daughter starts like making faces at me, and I'm like, okay, well she's like 4 years old, which is the same age as my kids. I have a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old, and I've traveled with the 3-year-old before. Like I'll help a mom out, right? So I start like having a conversation with her, engaging with her, and she's like on the other side of this desk, and she was like having a great time. I was doing little magic tricks. She thought it was hilarious. And she comes over and she's like, I want to give you a hug. And she just like, and I was like, is that okay, Mom? My mom's like, yeah, it's okay. And so she comes over to the other side of the desk and she goes, psych, and just punches me right where it counts. And then,
Where it counts?
Right where it counts. And then she laughs. She goes, ha ha ha, I got you in your privates.
Wow.
And the mom was laughing.
That's a totally different Psych Institute.
The mom was laughing.
Yeah, she
not
laughed.
Like apologizing.
No, zero.
profusely.
That's New
No, she was-
Jersey for you.
yeah.
Yeah, that forgot about that.
It was here.
Oh, she was on the return flight to New Jersey.
They could tell where you were from, where cops yell at you.
She was going to Oklahoma City.
From Jersey. That's weird, but
Yeah.
you got to
It
connect.
was a layover. Yeah.
Man, congratulations. Welcome to Texas. Yeah.
Just looking up and giving me a hug. Wha-bam!
Well, in a way, she kind of pulled a magic trick
On
you.
me.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So you were in Dallas, but you were waiting at the airport.
This
That
is what I
doesn't-
wanted to
This is
ask.
where it doesn't make sense. It was in Jersey. You're forgetting.
You flew
We're
to-
gonna gaslight
You
you.
flew to Dallas to sit at the airport for a while and then leave it because people like being there.
Jack Beers likes being there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm learning.
I mean, Terminal E is kind of nice, but
get those Yankees out of here, but get Terminal E.
Well, and I got to say, it sounds like you didn't have any drinks. Did you drink?
I had 0 drinks.
You had Jack Beers.
Just 100% me.
what did you do?
I've never done a mouse trick like that before.
You knocked the mouse off.
Yeah, I've done it before.
Anyway, wow. Well, welcome to the Sunshine State, where they hit you where the sun
that
don't shine. No, it is. I was trying to set myself up.
Jeez, he set himself up
I
so
knew
well.
This is like Florida, the Sunshine State.
Yes, it
100%.
is.
Yeah.
That's where
I
you
just
are.
wanted to say the punchline.
Fact check.
Golly.
What is ours called?
Lone Star.
Lone
Lone
Star.
Star.
Yeah.
Texas.
Okay. Wow. Well, where even were? Oh, you have gifts, Jeff. You have gifts.
I am so excited to receive these
Bust
gifts.
them out.
Okay, so ever since you started talking about the Yankees, I was like, oh, what else could I give them? So I've been racking my brain. I went to Cracker Barrel.
It's the best place.
So true story. My wife was gonna have a birthday. Everybody knows those happen. But I told my oldest 2 girls. I said, "We need to go get your mom a birthday present." I said, "I also need to fortify you for the culture ahead. So I'm gonna take you guys to Grapevine Mills Mall." And my daughter goes, "Fortify us?" And I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "You're just gonna drop us off?" And I said, "No." She goes, "Oh, thank God." I said, "No, I'm gonna take you around. You're gonna see a bunch of stuff I fundamentally disagree with. We won't talk about it in front of anybody, but then we'll keep making little pauses and I'll say, what'd you girls think of what just happened in that store or that person who talked to you or whatever?" Like I was gonna just, I was like, the mall's a terrible place. This is gonna ruin parts of your life. You're gonna have bad dreams, but I'm here to help you. Dude, have you been in Grapevine Mills Mall lately?
Not lately.
We turn this corner after about 30 minutes and they go, "What about this store, Dad?" And I see this Sacred Heart of Jesus picture and I'm like, I can't believe Gadzooks is putting up Sacred Hearts of Jesus. And then I look and I see this giant statue of St. Michael the Archangel. And then I see this huge, huge wall full of rosaries. And then I realize everything there is that olive wood from Bethlehem. and I'm in the most Catholic store you've ever seen in your life. And they go, this ain't that bad, is it, Dad? And I was like, what is this? And so I go over to this woman. I go, I told my daughters that everything in this mall was terrible. What is this?
Why are you certifiably not terrible?
My kids are like, can you stop? And I'm like, no, what is this? She's like, it's all from Bethlehem, blah, blah. She's using her accent that she has.
She's using it. She doesn't just have it. She's just pulling it out to sell you.
Come on, stick with it, Jack. So I'm like, this is blowing me away. We end up spending like $140 on gifts for Mom, buy all this beautiful stuff. And I'm like, this doesn't count, kids. The mall is a terrible place. Human beings are nasty. There's terrible
I've got to protect you from everybody else.
So we got done with that. And to make things better, I took them to Rooms to Go because why not just go walk around a furniture store? But then I said, you guys ever heard of Cracker Barrel? I said it the right way. I said, Cracker Barrel. I said, no. And I took them and they're like, this place is magical. And I was texting with
Your daughters have never been to Cracker Barrel? They're like each of them over the age of 10.
Listen, man, I thought the Cracker Barrel was like the mall. And then after the mall showed itself to be okay, I was open up to Cracker Barrel.
We're opening up doors here. It was a big day for the Schiefelbeins.
I said, you know what? Why don't I go get some gifts for the BeatiDudes and one of our upcoming guests, Jack Beers. So first of all, to get ready for 4th of July, I got you all these. If you put these on, everything looks like it's fireworks.
Wait. Hold on. I just want to back up for a second. After all that story about the religious art, your gifts are from Cracker Barrel?
He had to feel safe. He had to feel safe to go Crackle Barrel.
Crackle Barrel.
That is how you said it.
Look at how cool that looks. Look at the lights.
Whoa.
Wow.
Hey, happy birthday, America.
I don't even need to see any fireworks.
This is totally worth it.
Jeff, is this what the 60s looked like?
Yeah, Jack.
Nice.
Yeah, this is
It says 3D, but everything I'm looking at is already 3D.
Yeah, we live in the world.
The world is 3D.
Oh, you couldn't handle it, huh? You took them off?
I did, because it was a little weird.
Oh, the back part looks pretty cool. Okay, you wouldn't know because you don't have them on, Paul. Okay, so what I was going to say is each one of you gets a gift from Cracker Barrel. Have you been there lately?
Not lately.
Good, because I don't want you to like look. This is throwbacks to like my childhood. So Jack, I'm going to give you the choice between say 1, 2, or 3. Just say one of those 3 things I just said.
The numbers?
3.
Why do you say things the way that you do?
Yeah, it's a pickle yodeler.
Press it up to the mic.
I can't see it.
On account of your first gift. What is even
The
happening?
battery's out.
Wait, hold on, let me see the back.
You pressed
Let me
it
see the
too many times.
No, I haven't pressed this one at all. Hold on. There it goes. Here, I took out the little battery.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for these.
Does this remind you of the 80s?
I don't know because I wasn't alive.
Okay, listen. I gotta tell you, you should look up because they change this from time to time. What the TSA is saying you can have in your carry-on.
I'm going to say as loud as I can. Are you going to pull my bag over for my pickle? Is it the pickle?
Is it the pickle?
Is it the pickle or the yodeling?
Okay, wait. Nick.
Yeah.
Is this how we're ending the show?
1 or 2. Say one of those 2 things.
Yeah.
Those things that you just said. I'll go with 2.
All right. That's bananas. I would like for us to each enjoy some gummy bananas.
Nice. Gummy bananas.
Listen,
That's bananas.
BANANAS.
I also think like bananas has been a really big part of our company launch because we do our darndest not to say any bad words. So a lot of people be like, bananas.
Gosh, bananas.
Yeah, and so bananas, you have to eat some. It's Jack, are you allergic to candy bananas?
I don't know. I've never been tested for that.
I think he was asking me.
They prick you with something. You're allergic to candy bananas.
Those are pretty good.
That is actually pretty good.
All right,
Good. Artificially flavored. Love it.
Paul, pick a number between 3.
3.
You get a switchblade comb.
Yes!
And you can tell I haven't used it.
Because it's in the package still.
And there's no lice.
Well, I'm not proud. I got it at Cracker Barrel.
Oh, there's a lock. Good thing.
Child lock,
What the?
and you can't open it.
What is even happening? Oh, is it this? There. What was that? Is that the
No, it's under the desk. It's Jeff.
It's Jeff.
I get a pink chicken.
Why is the hair so blue? See if you can comb it.
Why did you buy that chicken?
I wanted to make it a good show for Jack.
Because he's a strange bird.
Yes.
You know, earlier I was just Yankee in your chain. I never bought you a pennant or anything. I got you a pickle, a yodeling pickle, a switchblade comb, some gummy bananas. Now, don't go eating those all in one session.
I
because,
might.
Well, we want to maybe hold on to one.
Okay.
But actually, I did want to say this. The pink chicken's for our office, Nick. So
good.
this is partially yours.
Good.
And on that note,
Every time you have a good idea, someone just squeeze the chicken.
Oh, great idea. Great idea.
what did I do? I broke it.
This is the most annoying show of all time.
Well,
Actually, what you
You're
did,
welcome.
There was about 6 minutes there that was gold.
no, yeah, you were the gold. We have made it annoying.
Why don't
But
you guys take your glasses off?
we will see y'all in the Crackle Barrel gift shops. And for the rest of you, we will
See you in the Eucharist.
Thanks for tuning in. If you'd like to join us at our undersized table, subscribe to the video version of the show on YouTube by typing @ that's the symbol @ so shift and 2 on your keyboard, @ the _ Beatitudes on YouTube. We'll see you there.